What's up, my reseller friends? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sabrina. I thrift to resell on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. Now, in my last video that I posted on Friday, I did get a lot of new subscribers, so I just want to welcome everybody who's new to this channel. Every Tuesday morning, I post a come ship with me video. So that is what this is today. I'm just going to show you what sold for me over the weekend and also just give you some tips and tricks along the way and just show you how I ship these items and what my cost is on shipping and all that good stuff. So we're just gonna jump right into it. Happy Halloween, by the way. Today is Monday when I'm recording, but this is going to be going live on Tuesday, which is Halloween, so happy Halloween. All right, so I'm going to start off with my eBay sales. The first item that I have is this Build-A-Bear Aladdin plush. I've had this listed since December of last year, so this took almost a whole year to sell, and it sold for $18.99 plus the cost of shipping. I charged the buyer $6.99 to ship, so let's go ahead and see how much it's going to actually cost me to ship it. So first I'm going to see if it's going to fit inside a bread bag. These right here. Since I do have a lot of new subscribers that came through, I'm probably going to be repeating a lot of stuff that I've mentioned in other videos. So I do apologize for that. But yeah, I buy these bread bags at Walmart. They seem to be the cheapest. However, I don't think you can just order them online. Like, I think you have to either go pick them up in the store or have like an in-store delivery. So that's different from just your regular shipping. So that's the only thing that sucks about that, but it's such a great deal. I forget how much they cost, but it's way cheaper than anything else that I've looked for like bags this size for shipping. And the plush fit perfectly inside. So I'm happy about that. Now I'm gonna see if it's going to fit into this bubble mailer. Normally I just put these in a regular poly bag, but since this is a little bit of a nicer plush, I just wanna ship it in a little bit nicer of a bag. Now, if I were to ship this guy inside a box, it likely would be putting it over a pound. And if that is the case, I would have to charge my buyer more for shipping. So I think most people are totally fine with paying less money and having their plush shipped in either, some form of a poly bag will be fine. I've never once had anybody complain about that before. So yeah, so this is going to weigh 13.2 ounces. Guarantee if I would have put that in a box, it would have put it over the pound. So let's just see what it would have cost. So this is going to cost me $6.78 to ship. However, let me change it to be over a pound and see how much that brings the price up to. Yeah, $9.88. So it is a few bucks more expensive. But that few bucks absolutely makes a difference for the buyer. And I always write the buyer's first name on the package. That way, when I print out the labels, I make sure that I'm sticking it on the right package. Because trust me, I've had my fair share of getting labels mixed up on packages. And when that happens, it's very inconvenient and expensive. Next is a pink, Victoria's Secret pink hoodie. It's a 3/4 or half zip. Nothing special about this. Literally, it's just a gray Victoria's Secret pink hoodie. I'm gonna give you like my own personal opinion on selling this type of stuff, because Victoria's Secret Pink is a very high saturated brand on all platforms. So when you list these, they don't always sell very quickly. And but you know, of course there's always exceptions, and there's always those few rare items that are sought after that people will pay big money for and they'll buy it quickly. However, this just wasn't one of those types of items. Again, nothing special about it. So my recommendation, if you have something like this, because I believe I bought this at a yard sale, it was either $1 or 50 cents. And when I find stuff like that, even if it's just like mall brand names, I pick them up. And the way that I get these to sell quickly, or at least try, because this was a quick sale. I did list it this month, so I probably only had it listed for a couple weeks. It sold for $13 plus the cost of shipping, which to me is not bad at all, especially considering at the most I paid $1 for this, right? $1 to $13, that's great. So what I typically like to do is I will search in the title, Victoria's Secret pink hoodie. So I'll just get like the basic down, and then I'll search that, and then from there I'll start narrowing it down. So I'll select on the side of the toolbar on eBay, it will give you like different ways that you can narrow down your search. So then from there I'll select whatever size this is, I'll select the color, you know, just anything that I can to narrow down exactly, to get as close to what it is that I have that I'm selling. Size does matter, color does matter, all those things matter. So I selected those, and then from there, now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that this is perfect. It's just a way that I find comps, or it's a way that I find the price that I want to list it for quickly. So I get all that narrowed down, and then I select from lowest to highest, buy it now. And then whatever prices I see that are on the lower end, that's the price that I use. Now, I'm gonna say a race to the bottom is a lose-lose for everybody involved, even the buyers, because that will put sellers out of business. We cannot race to the bottom. So I'm not saying that I find the lowest price and then I try to beat it, but I find the lowest price and I list around that. So I list on the lower end of what other people are listing. So I'm not necessarily trying to like beat anyone out, but I'm trying to stay within that price. Now, a lot of people have techniques where they'll be like, so for me, $13, I feel like, okay, that's fine. That's easy. It was quick to find this price. I'm just going to list it at $13 and see what happens. And actually, I think I may have listed it at 15, but I think they sent me an offer, if I'm remembering correctly. It's been a busy week, guys. I'm not even gonna go into that. But anyways, some people have that technique where they're gonna list it higher. So let's say they're like, okay, well, I'm good at selling it at 13, but I'm gonna list it at 20 and I'm gonna put or best offer. I don't use that technique. And you know, I'm not saying that my way is correct. It's just what I've noticed, because I've tried all the different things. But for me, in my own store, this is what I've noticed that works best for me, is I just straight up will list it at that low price that I'm already willing to go, maybe add $1 or $2 because I like to send offers, and then that's it. But for the most part, I'm just like, I've already listed it for my low price, take it or leave it. So that's kind of the technique that I use, not all the time, but most of the time. That's just where I've been going. All right, so let's see how much this one's gonna cost. I charged the buyer $6.99, and it is going all the way to New York from California. $15 ounces, so it's barely under that 1 pound. I always try to get things lower than a pound. That way I can charge my buyer less shipping. Most of my items I charge shipping. Pretty much the only things that I don't charge shipping for are my Barbie things and maybe like a few smalls here and there. But for the most part, I charge shipping. And this is going to cost me $6.78 to ship, which is right on the dot of where we should be. Ooh, this next item I forgot to grab. Give me one moment. This is a t-shirt of North Shore Surf Shop. And I accepted an offer on this for $6.50 plus the cost of shipping. If I remember correctly, I did get this at a yard sale for really cheap. I did accept an offer on this one. Not making very much money, but all these little small orders absolutely add up. It only weighs 4.6 ounces. It's going to Oregon and it's going to cost me $4.20 to ship. Oh yeah, so this surf shop is a shop in Hawaii. All right. Next item is this little plush of a dog. Who is he? It's by Rumpa, and I said that it was a realistic puppy dog, golden retriever, stuffed animal, doll toy, plus 7-inch baby. That was what my title said. Here he is. Nothing really too special. I listed this in April of this year, so it's only been a couple months. It is going internationally, it looks like. I don't even know where I got this plush from. I can't remember. I think it may have been my daughter's. I don't know. I don't know. And I use eBay's, what is it called? Their international shipping program. It weighs 9 ounces. It's gonna cost me $5.17 to ship. And this one sold for $14.24, free shipping. Next is a DVD about trains. Whenever I see these train DVDs, I pick them up. The prices could vary, but on average they sell about $10 plus the cost of shipping. And this one sold for $9.49 plus shipping. Sorry, it's garbage day. Alright, so because this weighs under 4 ounces, I am going to check first to see if it's cheaper to ship ground. So if I ship this ground, it's going to cost me $4.13 to ship. But if I ship it medium mail, it's going to cost me $3.92 to ship. I always check this because sometimes if it weighs 4 ounces, it's actually cheaper to ship it ground. But I guess because of wherever zone this is, I think it's in Idaho, it's actually cheaper to ship it medium mail. So I'm going to stick with the medium mail on this one. Now, if this item was a more expensive, so if they paid about $20 for it, I would have just upgraded and paid the extra 20 cents to ship it ground. And some of you may be thinking, just ship it ground. It's only an extra 20-30 cents more. But I'm going to tell you, with the amount of stuff that I ship media mail, if I do that with every package, that's going to add up, and that's going to take away from my profits. And because of the fact that I have not been having issues as of lately with USPS and their media mail, I'm just going to keep it at whatever's cheaper. Now, if I start noticing a trend where my packages are getting lost, damaged, or people are complaining that it's taking so long, then in this situation, I may reconsider. If it was closer to Christmas, I may reconsider, but just for right now, I'm totally fine with just keeping it at medium mail shipping. So this next item, I already packaged it up, but I'll show you exactly what it looks like right here. It is a Barbie doll. So I have said in the past that most of the time when I buy Barbies, I buy them in bulk. I don't necessarily like pick and choose Barbies or buy them like individually for the most part, but this doll is a special case. I did just pick her up by herself. She did not come from a bundle or from a lot or from an auction or anything like that. She was just at a yard sale. I grabbed her. I'm not sure what I paid because at the end of everything, the girl just gave me a flat rate price for all the stuff that I bought. So I really don't think I spent that much on her. I'm probably just like a couple bucks. But this Barbie is kind of unique. Her stomach like lights up and does like this digital thing. It's pretty cool. I tested her. And she works, and it was pretty cool because she even came with like her stand was still there. All the little accessories and stuff that came with this doll were there. The instructions were there, and that's really rare to find. She was in excellent condition. She was open, so she was out of her box, but I'm pretty sure that the child who owned this doll never played with her. So she was in really good condition. I thought when I bought her that this was going to be a great find and she was going to be worth a lot of money, and it really wasn't. I think how much did I sold her for $20 plus the cost of shipping. Don't get me wrong, that is great. That is an absolute awesome pickup, especially since I listed it this month, so it only took a couple of weeks for her to sell. So this was a pretty fast sale, so I'm really happy with this. I had to Frankenstein a box for her though, because normally with dolls I will like fold them and then put them inside a box, but her legs were just like stiff, so I couldn't fold her. So I had a Frankenstein a box. So this was just like a regular size Sephora box, which was about like this, and she barely did fit by like an inch. Like she was too long, so I just cut the edges and folded it out and put her in this box. So yeah. This is going to be 12 ounces, which is actually less than what I estimated. I estimated 15. So it's only going to cost me $5.17 to ship, and I charge $6.99. And this is actually another international sale. So it looks like things are selling internationally. So if you don't use eBay's international shipping program, that should definitely be something that you consider. I don't want to sit here and go into detail and talk about it. Maybe if you're interested, I'll make a short video about like my opinions and how it works and all that stuff. It's not that complicated. But for me, I just have nothing but great experiences using it. I do know that they do charge the buyer a lot of money, so that kind of sucks. But I still prefer to use this versus using my own. Like I know if I did my own international shipping that I could charge the buyer less money, but it's just not something that I just feel like dealing with right now. So as of now, this is working great for me. All right. Next item is a Tommy Hilfiger sweater. Nothing too special about this one. I've had this listed since January. So 10 months and it finally sold. It sold for $12.82 free shipping. So at the end of the day, this really wasn't a good pickup. I can't remember where I got it or how much I spent on it. You know what? I'm remembering now what happened. I bought it for my daughter at a yard sale, and she wore it like maybe once, and then now I'm ending up selling. That's what happened. So yeah, I normally wouldn't have picked this up like for reselling purposes. But when you have stuff, and it's like free inventory, so I listed it. All right, so this is going to weigh 10.6 ounces. This is going to Arizona, and it's going to cost me $4.81 to ship it. Next is a Barney book. I love buying Barney. It's one of those sound and plays. Is that what it's called? Sound story books? Still works. I got this at the same yard sale that I bought that Barbie that sold. So this was another fast sale. I did not list it for that much though. I listed it for $8.99 plus the cost of shipping for media mail. And yeah, fast sale, probably just took like a week or two. So what I'm doing is I am wrapping this part right here with bubble wrap. And then I'm also going to wrap it with some tissue paper. Normally with books, I don't stress too much about shipping them inside a box. I normally ship them and I like to ship them in padded envelopes, but because this one is the sound and play, I do want to ship it in a box. And I have so many vinyl boxes because my husband and I are really big music fans, so we're always buying vinyls like all the time. So I have a huge stack of vinyl boxes. And normally if you're going to just like go online and just buy vinyl boxes, they're really expensive. I have such a huge stack of these boxes that I don't mind using it for the book. And it actually turned out to be the exact perfect size. All right, so going media mail, it's gonna cost me $4.67 to ship. Next item is a Columbia vest. Nothing too out of the ordinary about this one. But it did sell for $33.24 plus the cost of shipping of $5.99. And I listed it in August. So it did take a couple months to sell. But I think I paid $5 for it at a thrift store. Which is like, for me, is a lot because I like to get clothing for really cheap. But this ended up to be a really great pickup. So I have no regrets with this one. All right, it weighs 10 ounces. And like I said, I charged $5.99 for shipping. And it's going to cost me $5.33 to ship. And I do not select for eBay to calculate shipping unless it's media mail. And every other thing I put in my own pricing for shipping, and where I come up with that is I just know, because I've been doing shipping for so long, and based off my location, I charge the same I charge whatever price it's going to cost me to ship all the way across the country. So I'm in California, so whatever it would cost me to ship to New York, around there, so like round it up to the nearest dollar, is what I charge for shipping. So since this weighed 12 ounces, my normal price that I charge for shipping something that's 12 ounces is $5.99. And like I said, this is going all the way over to the East Coast, and it's costing me $5.33 to ship. I'm totally fine with there being a couple of extra cents or maybe even $1, depending if I ship it somewhere closer, savings, because that extra money that I make, I feel like I'm not cheating out the buyer because my time is worth it to package the stuff. But then not only that, like cost of supplies is really expensive. So that's kind of how I kind of try to balance it out a little bit for myself, for paying for the shipping supplies. Now, I've had people before in several of my videos just tell me, just go get free supplies from like stores. Whenever they're done with boxes, you know, they'll give you them for free. I don't do that, and maybe I should. But I just feel like for me, I'm just like an awkward person. Like, I don't know how to do it. Maybe you can tell me in the comments like what you do to get free boxes at stores. But gosh, I mean, do I just ask somebody at the register? Do I ask someone who's on the floor? Do I drive over to the back where the dumpsters are and ask somebody there? Like, what do I do? Like, how do I get the boxes? Do they bring them out to me in the store? Do I just put them in my cart? Like, I just don't know like a good way to go about getting the free boxes. But not only that, I just feel like I love the system that I have the right sizes of boxes that I constantly keep in stock, because I know, like I know when something sells, like when I go to grab it, I'm like, okay, this is the box that I need. And it's just, I feel like if I just had a bunch of random boxes, random sizes, it's going to cause me to be more disorganized, and it's going to be a bottleneck for me, and it's going to end up like, it's going to save me in the long run, but it may perhaps take up more of my time. So I mean, I don't know. I'm willing to try it though and get back to you, but just for me and the type of person I am and the type of business that I run, like for now, I just buy my own boxes, but boxes are kind of expensive. So I'm always trying to find ways to cut costs, right? So if you got suggestions for me, I'd love to hear them in the comments, because I learned so much from everybody. You guys are so awesome. Anyways, where was I? Yeah, $5.33 to ship this. Next item was another bad pickup. But if I'm trying to remember this one, because I listed this in February of 2022. So this is old inventory. It's leggings, activewear leggings, yoga pants, but they're Laura Jane. I've never heard of that brand before this or after this, so like I don't even know. It could just be a shit brand. But it eventually sold. It's always when I'm filming, you know? Anyways, it sold for $4.24 plus shipping. And you know, we all know that the eBay fees and all that stuff, it's going to hold on, my mom's texting me. Sorry. I don't know how to make it go away. It just wasn't worth listening at all. But what I think happened is, I think I was at a yard sale where there was a bunch of stuff that was like a quarter. So I was just like grabbing a bunch of stuff. Like even if I wasn't gonna list it, it was just like, oh, I could try this. I think that's what this was. But anyways, it sold. And this is my last eBay sale. 8 ounces. It's going to cost me $4.20 to ship, and I charge $4.99. All right, so before I get into the Mercari sales, I will say that this may seem like a good amount of stuff. It's about average for my videos that I make. However, this isn't good because I normally film my videos on Friday and it's whatever sold, you know, within that 24 hours. But today I'm filming on a Monday, which is different. I've never done this before. And Mondays I normally have more packages to ship because I don't ship on Sunday. So this actually should be double. So this isn't good for me as a full-time reseller. So I'm just putting that out there, guys. Like, this is not good. It's not horrible. Like, I've had worse, but it's not good either. So there's that. I just try to be as honest as possible in my videos. I've got nothing to hide. So yeah, so that's eBay. And I've been trying to like beat like last year, and I'm not beating last year. Like, so far, last Q4 has been better than this Q4 as far as eBay goes. However, I will say as far as Poshmark and Mercari goes, I'm actually beating last year, which is like, that's like a first. So I'm always going back and forth on if I think that cross-posting is worth it. I have such a love-hate relationship with cross-posting, and sometimes I just feel like giving it up completely. But then there's times like this that come around, I'm like, I'm so glad that I cross-post. But it's just so, it's just so inconsistent as far as like I go. It goes up and down. But for the most part, I think that cross-posting is great. I do use Vendoo to cross-post my items. I know you can also use List Perfectly, which I have heard a lot of really good things about them as well. I've just never tried them, so I can't give any sort of opinions on how they are. But I know that Vendoo is awesome, and I highly recommend them. And I do have a referral link in my description if you're interested in giving them a try. All right, and then I had posted a video on Thursday that was a tour of my room. So if you haven't seen that and you're interested in seeing how I've set things up and what my whole like organization thing is like, go ahead and check that video out. This week I had a return open, which was so freaking frustrating. It was a dollhouse. It was kind of comparable to like the little people size houses, but it folded. So it was kind of bulky. It cost me, I charged $20 for shipping. It cost me $15 to ship it. And I do have free returns. I'm not going to go into details with that right now, so that's for a whole other video. I do have free returns. It works for me. I'm just leaving that at that for now. But this particular buyer who bought the dollhouse opened the return for an item that cost $15 to ship. So I'm going to have to pay $15 for him to ship it back to me. But I wasn't mad that he opened the return. But what made me upset was that when he went to select the reason for the return, instead of selecting that he ordered the wrong item, because I believe that is an option, he selected I shipped him the wrong item. Yeah, that pissed me off. And then he said that he meant to order a Fisher Price house and didn't realize this wasn't a Fisher Price house and doesn't fit the furniture that he has for it. So now he's got to return it. And then selected shipped wrong item. So that doesn't look good on my eBay account. Now, if I go on and I email eBay for Business, which I have done before, telling him about that, like, can you not have this as a defect on my account? They're like, oh no, it doesn't affect you, it's fine, it's only if you get X amount of, you know, these, like, you're good, like, you don't need to do anything. But whenever that kind of stuff happens, I do notice that my sales go down every freaking time. So it's just like, man, why can't you just select the real reason for the return? I offer free returns. It doesn't matter. Like, no questions asked. So that's what pissed me off, is that he did that. But I'm going to tell you, I'm so glad that I charged shipping for that, because I'm not giving him his, what he paid for shipping. So he's going to have to eat that. So yeah, I just, you know, I like to share my wins and my losses on here, because if you only share your wins, you know, you set like a false expectation for what it's like to be a full-time eBay seller. And I try to be as real as possible. All right, so I did not sell anything on Poshmark, but I did get 2 Mercari sales. And I already printed out the labels for these, so that's already ready to go. But I sold this kitty dress. I'll show you what it looks like right here. And I'm going to tell you guys with dresses, if you're going to sell dresses on eBay, they have to either be on a mannequin, or you have to like find a way to have them modeled, because that is going to help you sell your dress way a lot faster if you do it that way. Trust me. You can't really see what the dress looks like with it just either laid out on the floor or hanging. Like, you have to see what it looks like. Now, I was modeling my own clothes, but I was realizing 2 things about that, which you can see in the picture right here, that I modeled this one myself. There's 2 things wrong with that. 1, I'm getting too old to be doing that. 2, it takes more time to do it. So that's one of the reasons why I recently bought a mannequin. And because, like, you know, I know that, like, if I want to sell dresses or like certain like women's clothing, you have to be able to have it displayed on something like that for the buyer to fully see what it looks like. I mean, I'm definitely not going to say that you can't sell it any other way, because I have, but it just takes a little bit longer to sell. That's all. So yeah, so this cat dress sold for $20 plus shipping. Yeah, it's this label right here. And the last item is a lot of poppets right here. So Mercari is currently having their like, if you list 30 listings for sale, they'll give you a coupon for $20 off $50 purchase. And I have one of those coupons, and I'm like dying to figure out something to order, and I can't find anything. But somebody messaged me, because I had this listed for $45 free shipping, and she messaged me and asked if I can change it to $50 so she can use the coupon. And I was like, yes ma'am. So right away, I did not hesitate, and I changed it to $50, and I told her done, and she bought it right away. So that was really awesome. And she says that her child has special needs, and like these poppets are really good for them. So that really made me happy too. I was like, win, 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 win for everyone. So yeah, I think that's it. I don't have, oh, these poppets were my daughter's. So I'm gonna try to find a way to return the money to her. I'm not gonna give it to her, because if I give it to her, all she's gonna do is go on Sephora or go to Sephora and spend it all on one lip gloss. So I'll just like hold on to it, and there's like something that she wants that like I don't feel like it's a complete waste of money. Like if she wants a new pair of Converse or something like that, I'll be like, oh, you know, I sold these poppets, here, let's go get it. So that's what I plan on doing with that. So yeah, I don't think I really have anything else. Oh my gosh, I hope everyone has an amazing Halloween. I love Halloween. We're gonna have so much fun. My daughter's best friend lives on Pumpkin Street. So we're going to Pumpkin Street to go trick-or-treating, and I heard that it's popping on Pumpkin Street on Halloween, so that's gonna be so much fun. Never forget, when you thrift upon a star, all your dreams will come true. I'll see you next time.